Hello everybody and welcome to another video. So I wanted to do a Flash Origins for you. The first original Flash was Jay Garrick, and he was introduced in 1940, and he was just a college student who accidentally got trapped in his lab, and he was inhaling vapors for a long period of time, and after he was let out, he had increased super speed and super reflexes. For example, he was able to deflect and catch bullets, able to run on water, but he's also one of the slowest Flash members. And after Barry Allen was introduced, Jay Garrick was kind of like written out, but then later was reintroduced back after the New 52 on Earth 2. He also made several different appearances on the live action CW show as well as different animated shows. But then you have possibly everybody else's favorite Flash, Barry Allen. So Barry Allen was introduced in 1956, and he was a detective, a police detective, who basically witnessed the murder of his mother. And he was constantly told that his father committed the crime and murdered his mother, but Barry never believed this. And finally, one day, while he was in his lab, he was struck by a bolt of lightning, and he was soaked by chemicals, and eventually Barry became the fastest man alive. But after the post-crisis on Infinite Earths, we got introduced with Wally West. So this is Iris West's younger brother, as well as Barry's protege, and he was introduced in 1986. Now, he was formerly Kid Flash, but after Barry died, he took up the mantle of being the Flash because he knew that the city needed a Flash. And finally, I forgot to mention that Bart Allen also became the Flash. So Bart Allen is Barry's grandson, and he also took the mantles of Kid Flash and Impulse. And if you love Young Justice, or if you love animated TV shows, he's pretty good on Young Justice. So if you have HBO Max or the DC Comics app, you can watch it on there. So Bart Allen's from the future, and he has a very high metabolism, and he has higher aging. So he went back into the past to get help from Wally West so he can slow down his aging. So Barry Allen created the Speed Force. There's also different forces like the Sage Force, the Still Force, and the Strength Force. But the Speed Force is the main thing, and Max Mercury figured out that Barry Allen, with every step that he took, increased the Speed Force. And after Barry Allen's death, the Speed Force stopped growing, but then Barry Allen came back, and then it kept on growing. So Barry Allen is the catalyst behind the Speed Force, which is crazy to think about because it's what basically fuels all the speedsters in the DC universe for the most part, except for, like I said before, Jay Garrick, who wasn't connected to the Speed Force for a decent amount of time. And then eventually he did get connected, which made him a little bit faster, but he's still one of the slowest Flash. Some of the iconic Flash villains are Captain Cold, Heatwave, Trickster, the Weather Wizard, Reverse Flash, Zoom, Zavatar, Gorilla Zod, and there's so many different villains, but those are, I think, the main ones, especially. So Barry has teamed up with a lot of different teams. He's teamed up with the Justice League, the Justice Society of America, the Justice League International, the Titans, All-Star Squadron, the Blue Lanterns Corps. Like, he's teamed up with a lot of different teams. He's been very helpful. And he's also appeared in a whole bunch of different animated TV shows as well as different movies like the Justice League. Like, surprisingly, he hasn't made that many film appearances, with only 2, but he has made a lot more like TV appearances. So he has the original 1990s Flash, and then he has the 2014's Flash. There's also the Justice League Unlimited, Young Justice, Smallville, Teen Titans, Super Friends, Legends of Tomorrow, Supergirl, and The Arrow. So there's a lot of Flash TV media content that you can go check out if you're not that big of a fan of the comics themselves, which, hey, please go read the comics first. Barry Allen's powers are that he can run through time and run through different dimensions. He's also able to phase through matter and phase through walls and stuff like that. He's able to run on water. He's able to run faster than the speed of light, but he usually runs around Mach 10 because he finds that this is the safest way that he can run and not destroy everything around him. Like, he wants to be protective and be the savior of his city, which I really appreciate that he's being so considerate. Like if you've ever seen The Boy, know of ah, I'm forgetting his name right now, but the speedster in The Boys, you can see the damage that they cause. Like literally in the first episode. I'm not gonna spoil it, but something pretty bad happens due to the speed and not being careful with it. Because if you think about it, like speedsters are just running, and how fast they're going, they're just shredding everything around them. Because with the aura of the speed, it's crazy the damage it actually does. So I think the live actions do a really good job of showing this. So go check out The Boys if you want to see a good depiction of what superheroes would be like in real life for the most part. But that thing's crazy. But Barry Allen is one of the best superheroes out there. So if you like the video, please hit a thumbs up and please remember to subscribe. I'm going to be doing some more origins later this week. I think I'm going to be doing Kid Flash next. I'm going to be staying in the Flash family. So peace out, y'all.